Oh, Danny boy, straight from the light of God. He's irredeemably flawed. He cheated on his girlfriend. Hours and hours he'd spent with femboys on Reddit.com, and he didn't tell her. So demonic was the one who had to drop that hard bomb. Still living with his parents and he's 21. Complain about pushing carts out in the hot sun. Asked for a male vibrator on Christmas Eve. No, that wasn't Santa, it was Ma and Pa. Oh, Danny, Danny, what you doing with your life? You threw away the chance to make this girl your wife. He said do was farming him, that his loco status is dead. He rage quit the podcast as he fucked in the head. Every morning he gets on his knees and prays to a 17-year-old girl. Tells her he wants to wear a bra. Did I mention he's a tranny? Oh, Danny, Danny, what you doing with your life? You threw away the chance to make this girl your wife. He said do was farming him, that his loco status is dead. He rage quit the podcast as he fucked in the head. Every morning he gets on his knees and prays to a 17-year-old girl. Tells her he wants to wear a bra. Did I mention he's a tranny? Well, Danny, Danny, what you doing with your life? You threw away the chance to make Sara your wife. Come clean and be honest, she deserves the truth.
Right.
There you are.
I'm pretty underdressed.
There you are.
Got my classic gray shirt on.
Cool.
See, look at this, so much better. See? Now we're talking to people.
This is perfect.
I think that would make sense, yeah. It probably would be pretty awkward if you're the only one who has a camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned mine on, but I look like fucking AIDS shit right now. And I know fucking dude's gonna record my ass. Fuck that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you don't look that bad.
No. Exactly.
But yeah, Sarah, I'm sorry that I was essentially the bearer of bad news. I mean, I imagine that was just a lot to drop on you at once.
So when did this relationship end?
It was in June.
Huh. Okay. Were we still making videos in June, What were we doing in June?
Yeah, we started Schizo Theater back in May. That was when the first episode was released. So
And
they were together at the start of that.
did Danny ever mention that he had a girlfriend in June? I never remember this happening whatsoever.
I think he mentioned her briefly. That was when he first admitted that he wanted to start cross-dressing or whatever. He didn't commit to going trans or bisexual or anything like that. He just said he listened to fucking Michael Jackson a lot and was inspired by that and wanted to put a dress and a skirt on. I think fishnet leggings was the exact article of clothing he wanted to buy.
So,
Yeah.
He just kind of went down the pipeline.
Yes. I know. I swear.
well, did you know that he was having sex with AI robots this whole time you guys were talking?
What?
Did you know
What
that part?
Yeah,
What?
he admitted to making these AI chatbots and
the heck?
doing all these weird sexual role plays with them. One of them was Beach Bear from the Rockafire Explosion, that animatronic polar bear thing. He apparently had a weird
Are you
sexual crush on that character.
Are you serious? Oh my
Yes.
god.
So he never told you about any of that.
No.
So was Danny your
Yeah.
first actual relationship, or have you had partners before him?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so you've had boyfriends before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you'll definitely be able to bounce back from him then. I mean, you said you were in college, so you'll meet a lot of different people there.
Yeah.
You'll definitely find someone who can stay loyal and committed to you and not get into all this weird, like, sexual role play stuff. I mean, I totally understand how that would be such a, like a weird thing mentally. I mean, just having a partner
Yes,
that like
yes. Oh my
seems committed to
gosh.
you. Like you said, he was protective of you at one point because like there were other guys that were like messing with you, and he would get mad and
Oh
stick up for
yeah.
you. But then for him to like turn around and then like go on Reddit and seek out all these other guys in skirts and like hit on them, and
Yes.
there's a lot of other guys in the world that um aren't gonna do what Danny did, and I know you'll find someone
Creeps, creeps,
better.
creeps.
Absolutely, yeah.
Creeps, creeps,
I mean, I
creeps.
showed you some of the Reddit posts he was making. Like, he wrote all these long paragraphs about, like, all these weird, like,
Oh
fantasies
my
he had
god.
between you and him. It's like, I would just be so embarrassed, like, if I had a partner that was, like, writing these long paragraphs about me
Yeah.
on public on social media.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Danny wanting to become transgender? How did that make you feel?
Um. Well, I was shocked. I was like, what in the world are you talking about? I went insane.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd go insane, too, in your position. And you've known him for a while, right? You've known him for, like, a few years now? And, like, this is the
To,
first year
to,
that he's, like, dropped all this.
yeah.
Did you see the images of him wearing a dress? Have you seen that? A skirt and all this?
On his YouTube channel of him in a skirt, crop top, high thighs, and everything else.
How did it make you feel?
I was like, wow, this outfit is so good.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You thought it looked good. Were you into that? Did you like it?
Yeah, yeah.
So would you still be willing to give Danny another chance if he talked things out with you?
I feel so bad for him. Like he doesn't want to get back with me.
What was the reason?
I don't know.
It was just out of the blue? Out of nowhere he just said I don't want to be with you anymore?
Well, it was like out of the blue or something, I think.
It kind of doesn't surprise me because like he cut me off in a really similar way. Just like all of a sudden he DMs me and just blocks me before I can even ask him like what's going on or like
Are you serious?
understand.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible, you know? It's like so stupid.
Oh, absolutely. Especially because like he was working on the podcast with us,
Yes,
and it's like he doesn't offer to do like a final episode explaining
I
everything or
know.
like give any notice before wanting to resign. Just all of a sudden drops everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you tuning in to this episode of the Schizo Theater, this was our interview with Sara, Danny's ex-girlfriend. It wasn't super long. I just figure it was important for her to be able to, give her input on everything that was being exposed because she's the one who was directly involved. I showed her all the podcast episodes on the channel. I think she did share a few of those around because I did notice that some of Danny's old classmates were actually commenting on those videos, all like, so that's what happened to him, you know? And they're all on Sarah's side here. The way he treated her was absolutely horrible. You know, he's going to hide behind the excuse of him just exploring his sexuality. Which at the end of the day, like if he is inherently gay, like he just has this natural disposition to be fucking attracted to males. I mean, he's a fucking adult man. He can do whatever he wants, right? Like I don't fucking police people for their sexuality. I'm not gay personally. You know what I mean? Never been into that lifestyle. I have friends that are gay. Completely respect their sexuality. Danny, I mean, he has been straight his entire life up until he started going on Reddit and seeing men in skirts. I think this fetish has kind of manifested itself into his sexuality, right? Because for him to be 21, that entire time, he was confident in being a guy, confident in being straight. I mean, even on the first episode, like we asked him about that, like, are you gonna go trans? Are you gonna go gay? And he was very adamant about the fact that he wasn't going to do that. Now all of a sudden he's saying that from birth he should have been a female all along. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna act like I understand Danny's psyche. I don't understand, if he's going through like legitimate gender dysphoria or whatever, or what the best possible decision for him to make is. But I will say this: the old Danny was someone that a lot of us liked, a lot of us respected, because he was someone that could take a fucking joke, someone who didn't have a massive fucking stick up his ass, because he uploaded all of this fucking like cringe, to his DeviantArt, his YouTube channel, like the Tickles ASMR video, him getting on his bed and fucking pretending to tickle his fucking Latina girlfriend over the internet, right? All the StarTron's Pizza World stuff, right? It was kind of a goofy concept, this alien space cat. One of the characters being a fucking tree stump who had parents that died in a forest fire. The concept art, literally being drawn in MS Paint over Chuck E. Cheese and Soba's restaurants. You know what I mean? It's such a goofy, like, childish concept in a way. But my community was all fucking for it. They thought it was so fucking funny and wanted to push it and wanted to see it succeed. People were making these Roblox games inspired off of StarTrons. Me and Laudius, we did a whole interview with Danny back in the day. People were cheering him on. Even though it wasn't like likely to succeed as a serious project, as a serious endeavor, I fully believe like he could have made it succeed in the in the ironic aspect, right? Like, the Incredible Bulk, or The Amazing Bulk, whatever that fucking movie's called, right? It was a movie, like, parodying the Hulk. It was so fucking bad, used a bunch of fucking, like, free effects or whatever the fuck, but people just love that movie for, like, how bad it is. And I think StarTrons could have, seen similar success. A lot of people were really, like, interested in this world that Danny has created. He's attracted to the idea of femininity, right? The guys he's seeking out, these are all like feminine men. He's not really attracted to fucking like, The Rock or John Cena or like these stereotypical like masculine men. He's attracted to men that are like women. So I don't know. I don't know if he's like fully gay or whatever the fuck. I really do think it's just a fetish. And if he is so attracted to femininity and wanting to like, be with someone that's feminine, he had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend that was madly in love with him. Someone that I respect him deeply for, protecting, right? Because Sara, she was dealing with bullying in school, apparently. There were guys that were messing with her, trying to like get with her and split them up and all sorts of fucking weird shit. I mean, I don't have the full story on that, but both Danny and Sara have told the same thing to me. So, Danny was sticking up for her, which is something you have to respect in a man, someone sticking up for their partner. But then he throws that all away to like turn his back on her, go online, and start just flirting and like sexually fantasizing about all these fucking different men online in skirts, all of this behind her back. And the fucked up thing is, like, he kind of outs himself on his YouTube community page because he thinks that, like, I was the one who was going to, like, expose that. He thought he was responding to me, even though I wasn't the one who outed him for cheating. I did tell him privately that what he was doing was fucked up. And he did take stock in what I had to say, my criticism towards him. I guess he kind of jumped the gun and thought I was going to make a video, like, exposing him for that. I called him out for fucking dumping her to continue flirting with these femboys. He outed himself for cheating, which is, oh my god, dude. You know what I mean? He really fucking jumped the gun on that. But he makes this community page acting all like remorseful. trying to convince his followers that like he's not a bad person for doing this, that he was just trying to explore his sexuality, that he doesn't condone cheating. You know, while he's given this fucking bullshit excuse, Sara had no idea any of this was even happening in the first place. Like, I reached out to her. I asked her, like, how she felt about this. She was in denial of it at first. Like, she was like, there's no way that Danny would cheat on me. Like, are you crazy? What are you talking about? And then it's like, I show her all the screenshots, the podcast, all of this shit. Even Danny admitting to this on his community page. She had no idea. And was devastated, was heartbroken. You know, this was a friend that she's had for a while. Someone she loved. And Danny lied to her. He hid that from her. And, you know, for me as a complete stranger to be the one to break that news, my fucking God, man, that's awful. Like, you should legitimately be fucking ashamed of yourself, Danny. This is what your endeavor here, your gender journey, as you call it, has led you to do. I mean, it led you to abandon possibly the one girl that has ever, like, actually been in love with you. You fucking turning your back on your friends, your business partners, you know, like, this podcast was going to be a great fucking opportunity for you. You're stuck pushing carts around at the fucking grocery store. You don't have, like, a long-term career plan. You are gonna gain a following and make money off just being yourself and embracing, like, being the clown of the internet, which is something that you were able to do for years and something a lot of people had respect for you for. Like when you covered that song, Christian Virgin with Rage, right? Even though it was kind of like poking fun at you, like poking fun at the memes of you being compared to Christian, me and a lot of other people actually respected that you were willing to embrace that meme and just sing that fucking song. You know, it was a fucking funny video, a funny meme. Like, I see the value in you as an entertainer. And if you wanted to come back to Schizo Theater, by all fucking means, you would be welcome back. But what you're doing right now, it's unacceptable. And if you wanted to come back on the show, like, you have to be willing to fucking walk through coals to fucking atone for what you did. You know what I mean? You have to, like, man up and take some actual fucking responsibility and accountability. And the audience has to fucking want you back. That's the way I see it.
Welcome to the Schizo Theater, where nightmares come alive. Amongst the shadows and the illusions, where reality takes a dive. A twisted realm